Jordi, the other night you mentioned about how this team didn't fight back and punch back. Just how did you see your team do that, especially in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think, like we talked about our defensive performance. I think it was like a 34-21 in that fourth. And it's really hard to win games in the NBA. There's ups and downs. It's hard to keep the lead the whole game. We shot very well. Our bench was unbelievable. They're letting it fly, confident. But obviously they're a good team, right? And they came back. They took the lead. And I think, like, the composure, they keep taking stops, they keep taking the right shots. At the end of the day, it comes back when you're trying to do the right things. And I'm really proud of the guys. We controlled the game at the end. We got enough stops, like 2015 probably wasn't very pretty. But like I said, proud of these guys and winning the game with defense in the fourth.
You mentioned how you wanted the win first. Now that you got that, what was that embrace like between you and Mike Brown? And then what does it mean to kind of get the victory against your former team?
First of all, I want to get the victory for our players. And then with all my respect to him, because he's more than my mentor. Obviously, you want to beat everybody. And, they were in front of us. So with that being said, we did our best to win. Means the world to me because he's the person, like I said before, that brought me here. Circle of life that we got back together, and I would not be where I am today without him. So special moment for me.
The other night, Cam not only had the back, but he also said he was under the weather in Philly. What can you say about the performance that you got from him? Not just the scoring, but the playmaking, the toughness.
Yeah, I think to me what stood out the most is the 6 assists to 1 turnover, and that's the Cam Thomas that we won. Obviously, we know he can score a lot of points, and today he did. He did everything. He pressured the ball defensively. He made a lot of plays for his teammates, and then he scored efficiently. And moving forward, that's the Cam Thomas we won, and I'm very proud of him. I don't care so much about the 34, but again, the 6 and 1 is unbelievable.
Jordan, you talked about how last game, you mentioned the lack of fight, but just this game, you guys buckled down. I think you guys helped Fox to 0-3 shooting, but just what changed in that fourth to kind of keep that composure after that lead slipped away?
I think it's just a matter of the guys trying to make the right play every time because, like defensively we're good, but then offensively we missed some really good shots. Like Jay Will missed a wide open shot, and you still got to let it fly and believe that that's the way. And I think that's why we kept composure, and it doesn't matter who the guy was because we had 44 points off the bench to their 9. And again, like that's a definition of team, right? Like who's next today, who's going to step up for us. And I think a lot of guys did a great job. I thought the energy today from the whole group was great, but like Shake with 10 points and a +10. Obviously Noah shooting very well, but everybody coming off the bench was ready to play, and that energy just helped us. We created enough lead, and then, as I said before, they fought back. They're very good, and that performance in the fourth was great.
Obviously Noah hit 5 threes, but it also seemed like he had a bunch of deflections, took a charge. I know he, it looked like he maybe rolled his ankle at the end there, but just what did you make of his night overall?
I love his passion, physicality, energy. Obviously, I want the shots to go in, but the reality is I want the shots to go up. And as long as he lets it fly, especially when they're not switching with him, he's got to set his feet, he's got to let it fly, and he did a great job. I think the first one didn't go in, and then he made, 4 or 5 in a row. So, very proud of him. And like you said, it's not just shooting, his physicality, his fight. I want him to stop complaining to the officials, but I respect his passion for the game and how hard he plays. So he was amazing, and I'm, like I said, very proud of Noah.
And I assume there's no update beyond. It looked like he rolled his ankle. Is that what
Yeah, I don't know.
Obviously, this road trip still has 2 more games, but just given how Friday went, we're just, again, going back to the lack of fight, just what does it say about this group that they were able to just kind of 2 days later respond? I guess, what does it say about them just kind of putting that off and responding exactly the way you want them to?
Yeah, I didn't say lack of fight because I think that we had the lead in that game. And it's a game of runs. It's a game that we were up 5 with 9 minutes to go or 10 minutes to go. So we did fight. It's just towards the end, we broke down. And the message was, it doesn't matter what happens. I want to see you guys connected. And we need to defend to win games. I never said that the guys didn't fight and didn't try to do the right things. We were down plus 10 with 2 minutes to go at halftime, I remember, and we shot a corner 3 in front of our bench to tie the game, and that tells you that we fight. Now, the fourth quarter is a different story. I thought that they had momentum. They're a team that create a lot of turnovers. We turned over 3 times, and that's what I said. I never said that we didn't fight, so, I don't want
My
those words.
No, my mistake on that.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I think I meant composure. I think is what-
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that it translated, right? Like we played very good defense here. The guys were talking to each other the whole time. They were engaged. We made the right plays. We didn't turn it over. Like that is very important. Shot to the rim every time in the fourth quarter. That's growth from us, especially with our younger guys. Like Jay Will was in the game, right? Like, that's what's important. You see the younger guys closing these games, and that means that we're taking steps forward.
You talked about the defense. I'm just curious whether there was any tactical change in that fourth quarter. I mean, they were shooting pretty well through 3 quarters, and then the job turned in the fourth. Was there anything specific that you changed?
Yeah, I mean, that's Steve Hetzel and Dutch right there making the right calls on defense and trying to get the ball out of De'Aaron's hands, and then everybody rotating and contesting every shot and fighting on the boards because Domas is a great offensive rebounder. And, we fought, and, all those possessions were winning plays. Obviously, we saw early on that Fox had it going. Ended up with 31. We tried our best, and I think in that fourth quarter we did a good job. So, that goes to Steve, Dutch, Juan, guys that work with the defense. Great job.
Thank you, Jordi. I was going to presumably both Doe and Ben are still not expected to play.
Yeah, Ben is not playing back-to-backs, and Doe, like we said, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordi.
Cam, from where you were Friday, you had a back and you were kind of ill. But tonight, I mean, you look not only on your game in terms of scoring, but facilitating, defending. Just how much better did you feel tonight than you did Friday?
I felt better, obviously. Play better. You feel good, you play good. So just felt better today, and, just wanted to come out and be aggressive and try to will the team to a win tonight. It was much needed. So I think, it was a much needed win for us, but we got another one tomorrow against the Warriors, so we got to get ready for that.
For you, you've gotten so much better, I guess, trying to look for the pass as well as, look for the shot. Do you feel like a game like this is just kind of another part of your evolution, just being able to recognize when to shoot and also looking to pass as well?
Yeah, but it's just me reading the games, not really me thinking of it like that. I'm just playing the game, just making the right reads and just living with the result and just making the right play. Guys were hitting shots tonight, so that really helped. But, I'm just trying to make the right reads and play the right way, not really trying to look at it like that. But, it's definitely a good step in the right direction for me, so, yeah.
And then that fourth quarter, obviously, you guys held them to 15 points. Defensively, did anything change? You guys do anything differently, especially with Fox, or try to limit his shots a little bit?
Just try to not foul him as much, keep him and DeRozan off the free throw line, really, not trying to fall into their tricks, trying to bait you into fouls. I think just forcing them into tough shots, is not a win for us because they can still make tough shots, but we just got to live with those shots, tough contested middies. We got to live with that, but, good thing they weren't falling in the fourth, and, we were finishing possessions today, getting the rebounds and going down, getting good shots, and, I think that's what really helped us in that fourth.
You mentioned not biting on DeMar's pump fakes, avoiding fouls, and then on the other end, creating all these threes. It's really like executing the game plan. That's what Jordi talks about, preaches a lot.
what is it about him and the coaching staff or you as a team that allows you to really execute game plans and play to, these principles that he is talking about often?
Yeah, just when he, talks about it almost every day in the film and stuff, it shows that whenever we play a certain way, we have better results. So I think us looking at that really makes us want to play a certain way and try to play, the right way as much as possible, which can lead to, wins or sometimes losses. But as long as we're playing the right way and playing how the coaches want us to play, then, we just got to live with the result. But I feel like the way we've been playing has been really good, really fun style to watch. But, still got a lot of work to do, still early in the season. But I think we're definitely heading in the right direction for sure.
And then just at the end, it looked like you fell and you had to sit for a possession. You fall on your hip or back, or what kind of went on there?
Yeah, just landed wrong. I'm fine. Nothing I'm worried about.
You talked about how a lot of the guys were making shots, and so what type of impact did the bench have, and especially when you have your guy like Noah Clowney who's also knocking down threes?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. When you can sub out the starters and there's no drop off, and it's tough to play against a team like that, especially when bench comes in making every single three they put up. So it was really dope to watch. And then everybody was locked in defensively, and then everybody playing the right way, finding the open man who no matter who's making the threes, making the shots, everybody was finding the open man, and the ball's gonna find the right person if it's moving. So I think we played a really halfway complete game. I think we can play a little better, but I think we played one of our better games of the season today for sure.
I think you had 7 turnovers last game, and today you had 1. Jordi was really complimentary of that. I'm curious, as you're reading the game, just kind of what are you seeing to where some of those mistakes you can be able to kind of clean up and just say, okay, no turnovers here. But just how are you reading the game where you can limit the turnovers from one game to the next?
Just hold on to the ball. Honestly, they didn't really do nothing last game. I was just losing the ball and stuff. And then they had active hands, but they did absolutely nothing last game. It was just all me, just losing the ball and stuff. But it's definitely good to come back and, limit those. I only had 1, and that was a travel in the first quarter. So I kind of played a complete game as far as the turnover aspect. But, yeah, the 7 turnovers, they didn't really do nothing. I was really just all me, just losing the ball out of bounds, just little, kiddie stuff. So it wasn't really nothing they was doing.
So this game was more just you taking care of the physical.
Yeah, this was me just feeling better and just really just being in control of the game. Just me feeling better. I didn't really feel well playing last game, but I was, toughing out for the team. But, once you feel good, then you play good. So that's it.
Cam, was there an added incentive, to win this game, knowing that the fact that, Jordi coached you the past last 2 seasons?
Yeah, obviously, everybody wants to beat, the old team that they come from. So there's no secret, but I mean, it's definitely good to get a win like that. I think it's my first win here since I've been in the league. So yeah, so that was good too. But it's definitely good to get a win for Jordi. He was here last year, so it was really good. Definitely a motivational win for sure.
So you knew that, guys that lost the last 4 meetings against the Kings.
Oh hell yeah, I knew that. Yeah, we can beat down when I've been here every time. So yeah.
Jordi, at least outwardly, seems a pretty even keel guy. Was there anything that he either did or said or any way whether you could tell how much he wanted to win this?
Nah, you just know when you play against, people that people that you coached with and went to battle with before. You want to, get a win against them. That's just with anybody. So, I mean, we all know he didn't really have to say much. Cause it's all like, well, it's understood, don't need to be explained. So we all knew that he wanted to get this win for sure, and we just wanted to do that for him.